What's going on, guys? I'm here with one of our clients, Christian, who just closed a 21K retainer. I guess for anybody who doesn't know you, do you mind just giving us a little kind of backstory on yourself, how you got into this, how you got started in video, and just give us a little bit of backstory there?
How's it going, everyone? My name is Christian Riego. I own 500 Grand Studios. It's a company here based in Michigan. We do the social media kind of done for you service and essentially helping local businesses take care of, social media needs.
I love it, man. And what was kind of like the biggest problem you had prior to jumping into the program? What were some of the things you were looking to get tackled? I know obviously we're still going through the program, but like what are some of those initial things you're looking to get help with?
Yeah, so before getting into this program, I felt like I did a good job creating videos, creating high quality videos, but at the end of the day, I didn't have business knowledge,
Right.
and I guess what you guys have been able to help me with and just providing me with the framework and having that community, that
Yep.
essentially does the same thing.
100%. Yeah, getting surrounded by other people who are doing those kind of bigger deals as well. Had you done a lot of retainers up to this point, or is this kind of your first time doing retainers, or
So,
how did that start?
no, so I just kind of started locking in retainers about 6 months ago, I would say.
Cool.
And to be quite frank, honest, this 21K deal is kind of like an upsell.
Nice.
Yeah, that's kind of what that is.
100%, man. And I guess like going through the program, again, we still have a lot more to go. There's a lot more to do. Has there been anything that's been kind of particularly helpful for you going through the program up to this point, or anything that you feel like has really helped?
The biggest thing that you guys have been able to help me out with is just, again, understanding the business side of creating videos. And, the biggest thing was like creating that offer sheet. At
Yeah.
first, before getting into this program, I didn't even know how to essentially create a good offer.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's really the biggest thing.
Were
Also,
you
help,
just doing everything custom before? Like you're just doing a bunch
yeah,
of custom work? Yeah.
just
Been working?
custom
Yeah.
quote.
Yep. Had that been working pretty well for you, or you're do you see a difference between like doing that and then
Oh yeah,
having more of
most
like an offer sheet?
definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, in a conversation with another company here, but yeah, I feel like going through the sales script, I feel like helps you out a lot in terms of,
Yeah.
asking the right questions, because that was the number one thing. I didn't know how to ask the right questions,
Yeah, like what, where is your business at now? Where do you want it to be? What's that gap? What does that look like? What kind of
Yes.
questions were you asking prior when you were talking to clients?
Before asking, like when I would first get my clients, it was just always like talking about, creating the best videos and this type of
Yep.
stuff. And essentially, a business owner doesn't care about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
They want to see a return on their investment. They're essentially investing on you as a video production company or whatever your
Right.
niche, right?
Yep.
But yeah.
Well, no, and you're right there because it's like you could work really freaking hard making a really nice piece of content, but they're not going to care. And I think a lot of people are like, damn, dude, but I created something that looks so nice. It's like if it doesn't make them money, they don't care, right? And you could do like less of a job. Not that we want to do a worse job for the clients, but like you could do not as good of a job and charge way more, make way more money for less work. It's like, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
Like before back then, till I was doing a lot of one-off projects. I wasn't
Okay.
essentially focused on locking in more retainers. Um,
Yeah, dude. One-offs are tough
now,
because it's like you don't have that consistency within the
right.
business.
First, the
Yeah.
consistency, and then just feel like, yeah, you can have more money at some point, but then you're stuck with a lot more work. Unlike retainers, getting into the contract beforehand,
Yep.
that you're going to be doing this amount of work.
Yeah. I mean, it's like doing those one-off projects where you're doing a lot of like cinematic content. It's kind of like digging a hole with a shovel versus retainer work and charging based on the outcome that the client's gonna get is like digging with more of like a backhoe, right? It's way easier. Same work. It's just you're using a better vehicle to make more money and grow the business at the end of the day, which is huge. And then just like building a gap in that conversation where it's like, hey, we're talking about this. This is where you're at. This is where you want to go. Here's the type of videos we can use to get there, and becoming more of like that consultant versus than just like an order taker where it's like, hey, what's your budget? Here's what I can do. Does that work for you? And then you're in that like lower status frame than they are. And it's really, really difficult to get out of that. Yeah, 100%, dude. And I guess like as a result of the program, like how do you feel about business now? Like, do you feel like it's a little bit easier for you? Like, how do you feel within the business having these kind of assets and tools?
Most definitely. I feel like I've improved a lot, from last year versus now.
Love it.
And with the program, it did it a lot faster for me,
For sure.
essentially having the frameworks. Just me now, I'm at a point now where essentially I just know I have to tackle these things. And it's
Yep.
just like how can I do that as fast as I can on top of, doing the business itself. So
Right. It's like working on the business versus just working in
right.
it. It's like, because you got to do some of that stuff in it to get past a certain point, and then you got to hire people to do it. And that's something obviously we'll help you with within the program as well. But it's like you got to hire people for that so you can work on the business, which is actually growing the thing
And that's the
and the
thing too
vehicle.
is, 6 months ago, I would have done literally everything from the scripting, the scripting, the shooting. Because right now, working with like a roofing company, for example,
Yeah.
providing like drone videos, they have a lot of projects and they want to showcase a lot of those projects. And I don't have time to essentially do,
Got to
say,
hire someone.
other shoots. And yeah, I got this one guy that helps me out with the drone. I got a couple of guys that help me with the social media management aspect.
Yep.
And so, yeah, slowly but surely, like growing out that team. And yeah.
Got to buy the time back, man. You can't do everything yourself. It's like you want to get to, 100K, 200K, 300K a month. It's like you got to have people that can work in the business and buy your time back so you're not doing all that work yourself. I love it though, man. One last question, I guess maybe if anybody's on the fence, now that you've taken the leap, which is obviously a scary leap, but like
Right.
if anybody's maybe on the fence about booking a call and just like speaking with us, knowing what you know now, what kind of advice would you give them?
To other agency owners or to anyone who wants to get into this and really want to make it, I would say just book a call, man. There's really nothing that you're not gonna, it's not gonna hurt you if you book a
Yeah.
call. These guys are only gonna help you essentially. And yeah, it did it a lot faster for me. So if you're looking to grow really fast, these guys are able to provide the frameworks and the processes for you guys. And on top of that, help you out with it as well. So
You got to do the work though, not a magic pill. You got to show up. You got to show up for yourself and do the work, and that's ultimately what it comes down to. But dude, I am super excited to do another one of these when you're hitting 40, 50, 60K a month. We're cruising from there and highlighting your journey, dude. So I'm super pumped.
it's awesome, man. I actually have another. So there was someone that had reached out, and so I don't know. I hope to put another win in. We'll just
Let's
wait.
go. I love it. Post it in the wins and Slack. I love it, man. Well, dude, I
I,
appreciate your time. I'll let you get back to closing some deals here, and we'll do another one of these when you're crushing even more. So I love it.
I appreciate it, man.
Awesome, dude. Appreciate you.